The powerful Fria and the leader of the trio of the Celestials had arrived on the battlefield, with which her simple pressure was able to break several of the bones of the exterminator, who at the moment of observing her would panic. That's right, on this occasion, the imposing warrior looked like a simple kitten, since he was not even able to move.
Damn Daen. She never informed me that messing with these damn guys was messing with these damn... No matter what energy she stole, I'm no match for her.
Fria, with a smile, would begin to approach the exterminator, who was still standing but without being able to move any of his muscles, which would anger the leader of the Celestials. Do you think you're at my level, enough not to bow down to me? Get on your knees now, because if we compare our powers, it's like trying to compare a lion with a simple ant, which is what you are. An incredible, much more powerful pressure would fall on the entire body of the exterminator, forcing him to kneel, while Fria would put her foot on the head of the exterminator, which left everyone surprised, even Daen, who was also watching everything that was happening in the Universe 6.
What the hell? The exterminator is the most powerful warrior that's ever existed, only being surpassed by the lineage of the kings of all. Who is that woman?
I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it, because if it weren't for you, I'm sure all of us here would have died. I'll be honest, I'm not interested in what happens to these weaklings, but I, the leader of the Celestials, want you to be part of our team. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. How is it possible that there's a group called the Celestials, and much more they want to recruit Mr. Goku? The Angel of Universe 11 would try to pick up her god to leave at high speed. However, at the moment, Fria, with a simple glance, was able to make both of them reduce to mere ashes. So in the same way, she had ended the life of Beerus while she would stare at Whis. You're Angel from Universe 7. I could tell that you are a pure heart, and you don't allow yourself to be influenced by the simple authority of the higher-ranking beings. But your position as an angel makes you have to obey, so you have no choice. I thank you for sparing my life, but I will be honest. I prefer to be eradicated by you, because if I leave alive, I will be granted another god, or even the High Priest can end us for failing to comply with the mandate of an angel. What do you think if you join us in the same way? You will be our angel. For me, it will be the greatest honor to be able to say that in a decision. I know that you will be able to respect that.
I have to use all my power. It's the perfect opportunity. This one with my guard down, if I'm able to give a single blow on her, I'm sure I can knock her out.
At that moment, an incredible power was perceived all over the place, while a flash could be observed. That's right, the exterminator had rushed against Fria, being able to connect an incredible blow on the face of the celestial beauty. The rumble had been incredible since everything around him was destroyed. However, at the moment that the exterminator would try to flee, it was impossible for him, since at that instant, Fria's hand was able to hold him. That's right, the incredible blow had not been able to cause him any harm, which would make him panic, getting down on one knee again.
My lady, I just wanted to check all your power. You know, after so many millions of years, I wanted to know if my power had increased a little.
Haha, your power is pathetic. Even though you used 100% of all your power, you weren't able to do anything against me. Die, pathetic worm! Fria, by stretching out one of her hands, was able to eliminate him completely. That's right, the exterminator did not stand a chance against Fria, who instantly, by stretching out one of her hands, was able to rebuild the entire planet of the Champa God, as well as the planets that had been destroyed by her great battle. Angel of Universe 6, if it is not important to you, I'll take Son Goku with us. But don't worry, I won't leave you helpless. I'll use a barrier which not even the king at all will be able to destroy. And you have to know that the Divine Kingdom is more corrupted than you think. I really thank you for being able to save us. And of course, if Son Goku wishes to leave with you, I respect his decision. Goku, a little hurt by the pressure of the exterminator, would approach towards Fria. And Vados. If you leave, I wish to leave with Miss Fria, since I've been able to realize that the incredible power she possesses, even if she is able to train me, I'm sure this will be much more powerful, but I promise I'll come back for you. Thanks to you, I have this opportunity. Don't worry, Mr. Goku, we'll be waiting for you at this place. Son Goku, show that your power has no limits. I'm sure that you'll be able to surpass the great priest Daen-sama. Thank you very much for your words, Mr. Champa. Angel of Universe 7, it'll be better for you to stay in this place so that they have how to become more powerful. In the same way, no one will be able to break this barrier. Fria's gaze would instantly change to the look of anger as she stared at the nothing. Damn good-for-nothing priest. I know you're watching everything that happened, but you and that dwarf better get ready, because soon we'll finish with all of you. Fria, with one blow, was able to cut off communication with the great priest, who would fall seated, because no being had been able to cut off his communication.
My body won't stop shaking. I have to find out who the hell that woman is.
Daishenkin would enter the most inhospitable corners of all the 12 universes with the intention of finding information about that woman and the group of the Celestials. On the other hand, in a very remote place of all the 12 universes, Fria had been able to arrive with her companions, accompanied by Goku. I know it's kind of weird, but Son Goku will be the only male member of our team, so I want them to keep the respect and, above all, to train him, since his power is very low and he's a genius, since in the last 100 years he's been able to even surpass the gods of destruction, being able to reach 45% of the power of an angel.
Understood. So when you order Fria, we will start with the training of our new member. Of course, yes. We will be ready to help with our new partner. I thank you for having that hospitality with me, and I promise that I'll become much more powerful to be able to protect you in the future. You made me blush, but that's impossible since your power is far from our power, and that you have the intention has pleased me a lot.
In this moment, we will start with Son Goku's training, so you access the Ultra Instinct maximum power, since you will need it, and increase all the power you can, but without losing speed, that is the maximum power that your body supports. Goku would immediately access the Ultra Instinct maximum power. He was able to leave Fria a little surprised, since his power was much greater than when he was on the planet of Champa. That's right, the damage of that battle had granted him an incredible increase in all his power, so instantly, of a great silver light, it was possible to observe Goku at his maximum.
You really possess an incredible power. As for only trained for less than 100 years, if you keep with that growth rate, you'll be able to surpass us, although it is hard for me to admit it.
Enough talking. It is time to start. I want you to create clones with 5% of your power. Son Goku will have to beat them to be able to pass the next test.
Only 5% of power? Are you sure you're not underestimating me?
If you're able to beat our clones with ease, I will grant you whatever you wish. I will even be able to meet you as the new commander of our group.
This'll be fun. I want to test 5% of his powers in that case.
The clones had rushed against Goku, who was able to notice as his speed was incredible, because despite processing the Ultra Instinct, one of them was able to tear his face a little by dropping a few drops of blood.
What? This is only 5% of the power. This will be much harder than I thought.
The coordination of the three warriors was incredible, so much so that he was even able to put a warrior like Goku in trouble. After a few moments, Goku would be able to simulate the speed of each of his enemies. However, the power of his fist was not enough to be able to eliminate them. So at the moment, Fria, with a quick movement, was able to give him a big blow, sending him into the air, where both clones were waiting for him. And with a combined blow, he was able to make him fall with amazing power. Destroying everything in his path, the three warriors would move closer to Goku.
What happened to Goku? I thought our clones with 5% of our power were too weak for you. That would be a lesson, so you can understand the level that separates us, but I'm sure that you'll be able to become a powerful warrior.
My whole body hurts. The power of the maximum must be amazing, because only with his clones I was able to receive so much damage. Mayu, heal all of Goku's wounds, please, so that he's able to equally increase his power in a better way. For his part, Daishenkin had been able to reach the limits of the 12 universes, in which he was able to notice a very ancient scroll, in which he would also find several of the answers to all his doubts.
This is a very old scroll, but apparently it has something written on it.
Daishenkin, being a very ancient angel, he was able to understand several things, not everything, but he would realize that the clans of the Celestials was much an older clan, even the kings at all, while their power came to all the planets and stars, which allowed them to have almost unlimited power.
So those guys have their powers thanks to the planets and stars. This will be interesting, because if we destroy all the universes, we'll have no powers at all.
Daishenkin would return to the palace, where Zeno-sama and his two guardians were waiting for him, as he had left without any warning.
Daishenkin, where were you? As far as I remember, I haven't been able to ask you for anything in the limits of the 12 universes, so you must have a good explanation.
My lord, I don't know if you have the knowledge of the Celestials, but I have been able to discover their weak point.
Zeno-sama would remember how millions of years ago his father had told him about 4 warriors that he should never face. 3 of them belonging to the group of the Celestials, and the last warrior, the god of the underworld. Since the power of those warriors seemed to be infinite, even a king at all was not able to do anything against them.
I want you to tell me everything you've discovered, since I respected the Celestials, but those damn ones, they ended my father's life. I still don't understand the reason, but I'm not interested. What I want is revenge.
But my lord, next to the Celestials is his best friend Son Goku, because as far as I can understand, the clan has recruited him.
I'm not interested in Son Goku being part of those damn good-for-nothings. Right now, we'll start with the plan to eradicate those bastards.
My lord, as far as I've been able to investigate, their power comes from the planets and stars. So if there are no planets nearby, they won't be able to possess the power that characterizes them.
Aha! His weak point has been much easier than I thought, and this is perfect since I also plan to destroy all the 12 universes.
My lord, if you plan to destroy all the 12 universes, allow me to absorb the power of all the gods and angels, as I want to raise my power.
Don't worry, you can absorb the power of those damn garbage.
Daishenki, with his great mental power, had requested a meeting with all the 12 universes. So each of the gods and angels had arrived, with the exception of the angels of universe 6, 7, and 9. While on the other hand, the gods of universes 4, 6, 7, 9 would not arrive at the meeting either.
Damn, those damn were able to finish with the angel of universe 11 and likewise with the gods. But damn of Whis and Vados, I'll make them suffer. We have arrived, Daishenki-sama. Tell us, what has happened? At this time, all of you will be part of my power, as it will be for the greater good.
The gods and the angels were surprised, but Daishenki, without letting them react, was able to create a large pentagram on the top of the gods. So every drop of his powers would begin to enter Daishenki's body, while the gods and angels remained in simple bones.
The power that runs through my body is incredible. Soon, we'll be able to end all those miserable.
While you were able to assimilate all that power, I will destroy every planet and star.
Zeno-sama would immediately access his combat form, with which he was able to destroy every planet and star in the 12 universes. While an incredible scream would shake each of the 12 universes. That's right, Daishenki had been able to access 100% of all his new power.
I have to control all this power as to not have an energy drain.
Very soon, we'll be able to see each other's faces again, and they better be ready.
Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.